Greetings and welcome again to Sonic Odyssey, the music video channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music in review and discussion format. Before we dive into today's discussion, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Please be sure to like the video by clicking the thumbs up button. If you do that, then the YouTube algorithm will help the video pop up on more people's screens, so the more likes we get for each video, the better it is all around. Also, please consider sharing the video by hitting the share button, and you can share through Facebook and other social media networks that are available through the share button. And also please subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button, and then you'll see there's a little bell icon that comes up, and if you click that each time I post a new video, you'll get a little notification window that tells you Sonic Odyssey has posted a new video. Also, I would ask if you're so inclined and if you're feeling generous enough, please give my Patreon page a look. You can see the link for the Patreon page in the show description right below the video. And there you can take a look at the different tiers that are available. And if you would like to become a patron, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's the housekeeping out of the way. Now on to today's discussion. Today we're going to be talking about and listening to a band from Finland. The band is known as Hooded Menace, and the album we'll be looking at is their just recently released album entitled The Tritonus Bell. Hooded Menace formed originally in 2007 by Lasse Paikko, I believe is how his name is pronounced, but I beg forgiveness if I'm getting these Finnish names pronounced incorrectly, and please feel free to correct me in the comments section below. But he formed the band after he had been in a death metal band and wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit new, and he formed Hooded Menace, which is basically a doom death hybrid band. And it's really a very unique sound that they have. And Lasse is really an astonishingly great guitar player and songwriter. The music he's produced over the last 13 years, 14 years has been absolutely phenomenal. Some of the best doom death, if not just doom or just death sometimes, music out there. It's really on a level unparalleled by other artists. So as I said, it is a hybrid sound of doom metal and death metal, and they do draw influences from bands such as Candlemass, Paradise Lost, Asphyx, and others, to name just a few. They lyrically tend to focus on horror themes, sometimes based on horror films or something out of the horror culture. There have been a few lineup changes over the years, and the current lineup on Tritonus Bell is Lasse on lead and rhythm guitars, bass guitar, and keyboards. Pekka Keskalo on drums, Timu Hanonen on guitar, and Harry Kukkanen on vocals. So Tritonus Bell is their 6th studio album, and they've also done a number of EPs and splits, so their musical output is really much greater than just the 6 full-length LP releases. The current lineup has been the same since their last album, which is probably considered by many to have been their best album, and that was Oserium Silhouettes Unhallowed. That album is a much darker album than Tritonus Bell and has more of the original traditional hooded Menace sound to it. But let's get to the Tritonus Bell. The Tritonus Bell is, in essence, 7 tracks. It starts with an intro track, an opening track that's in a small instrumental piece, just a little bit over a minute long, and it's called Chthonic Exordium. It's got some lightning and weather sound effects in the back, but it's got some really nice lead guitar work played over the top of it. So it's really a good sound, and you get the same sound in the album itself. So it's not only an intro track, but also an intro track that presages what's to come. And then the second track we come into hits right after a death metal growl. We get the song Chime Diabolicus, and we're going to take a listen to a little bit of that right now. As you can hear in that sample that I played, there's this guitar tone that's really quite special, quite unique, and that is a signature sound for Lasse. He really has mastered this particular guitar tone. The general ambiance is fairly heavy, fairly groove oriented. This is a, dare I say, upbeat album. It's an uncommon term to use when discussing either death metal or doom metal, but he actually did create a feel-good, up-tempo type of sound throughout Tritonus Bell, and we can hear that here. The third track on the album is Blood Ornaments, and that's a 9-minute track. It's got really great guitar riffs and wonderful ebbs and flows throughout. It's followed by the fourth track, which is the shortest of the songs on the album. It's called Those Who Absorb the Night, and it clocks in just under 6 minutes. Those Who Absorb the Night has had a single video made of it, and so you can check that out on YouTube as well. It's definitely very groove-oriented. The music still has this death doom quality. Hooded Menace has not abandoned their sound, but it is very groove-oriented, and Again, dare I say, up-tempo. It has a really good quality to it. We're going to listen to a little bit of the 6th track, which is entitled Scattered into Dark. So after Scattered into Dark, we have the closing or outro track, which is entitled Instruments of Somber Finality, which is just about a little bit more than 2.5 minutes long. It's another instrumental piece. It's an outro track. To be honest, I have mixed feelings about it. It works as a closer, especially if you don't have the bonus track of Wasp's cover song. It works very well, but if you have the bonus track that comes on after it, that seems a bit jarring and a bit out of place and makes you think that maybe they should have put the bonus track elsewhere in the mix. This is Hooded Menace from Finland with the Tritonus bell. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely, if you're a Hooded Menace fan, it is a little bit of a step away from what you expect if you're looking for more of their back catalog sound. But it is Lasse growing his writing style and writing and playing technique and incorporating new sounds into the Hooded Menace sound. And it really does have a great sonic texture to it. So I do highly recommend that you give it a shot. I thank you for your time and attention. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and please consider visiting the Patreon page. And until next time, have a great day. Peace. Be well. Bye-bye.